sitting in my small Seattle apartment, staring at a bank statement that's all wrong. My name is on the account, but the $150,000 inheritance from our grandmother, meant to be split evenly between me and my brother Nathan, is gone. My hands shake as I clutch my phone, the Puget Sound rain hammering my window like it's echoing my rage. It's July 2023, and I'm a single mom to my 4-year-old daughter, Lily, who's coloring quietly on the floor. This money was supposed to secure her future, preschool tuition, maybe a down payment on a house. But Nathan, my charming, visionary brother, had other plans. Growing up in Tacoma, I was always the responsible one. Nathan, 3 years younger, was the dreamer, coddled by our parents for his big ideas. When Grandma died last year, she left us her savings, trusting me to manage the account because Nathan was too impulsive. I'd been sending him his half in monthly installments, $2,000, to help with his rent while he launched his tech startup. I thought we were a team, rebuilding after our parents' messy divorce left us distant. How naive I was. 2 weeks ago, I noticed the account balance was zero. Panicked, I called the bank. They confirmed Nathan had forged my signature to withdraw the entire sum. When I confronted him over FaceTime, his smug face filled my screen. "Rachel, you're so selfish," he sneered, lounging in his flashy new office in Bellevue. "This startup will make millions. Your little life with Lily doesn't need that money like I do." My stomach churned. He'd always belittled my choices. Staying home with Lily, working part-time as a freelance editor, but this betrayal cut deeper than any insult. I was furious, but Lily's crayons rolling across the floor grounded me. I couldn't let him destroy her future. Nathan's startup, a fitness app called PulseFit, was gaining traction, with investors hyping it as the next big thing. I remembered something he bragged about during a rare family dinner. His app's user data was mostly fabricated to impress investors. He'd laughed it off, but I'd filed it away, unsettled. Now, that memory became my weapon. I spent days digging. I contacted a former colleague of Nathan's, Priya, who'd left PulseFit after suspecting fraud. She sent me internal emails showing Nathan had inflated user numbers by 300% and faked revenue reports. Armed with this, I reached out to his lead investor, a venture capitalist named Mark Ellison, and sent him the evidence anonymously, attaching a note. "Check PulseFit's numbers before you sink more money." I also canceled all future transfers to Nathan and blocked his number. The weight of his betrayal still crushed me, but cutting him off felt like reclaiming my power. A month later, I was sipping coffee in my kitchen when a knock startled me. Through the peephole, I saw Nathan, disheveled, his usual cocky grin replaced by desperation. Lily was at daycare, thank God. I opened the door a crack. "What do you want?" I asked, my voice cold. "Rachel, you ruined me!" he shouted, rain dripping from his jacket. "My investors pulled out after someone tipped them off about the data. I'm bankrupt." His eyes darted, expecting sympathy. I felt none. "You stole from me," I said, my voice steady. "From Lily. You called me selfish for wanting what was rightfully mine." He tried to pivot, voice softening. "I was going to pay you back when PulseFit went public. You didn't need that money. You're fine." His entitlement was staggering. I thought of Grandma's trust, how she'd wanted me to build a stable life. "You forged my signature," I said. "You gambled my daughter's future on your lies. We're done." He begged, mentioning a loan he couldn't repay, how he'd lost his fancy apartment. I remembered the years I'd supported him, paying his phone bill when he was between jobs, lending him my car, all while he mocked my small life. "Figure it out," I told him, closing the door. Days later, Priya texted me. Nathan's startup had collapsed entirely. Investors were suing him for fraud, and he was working odd jobs to cover legal fees. Meanwhile, I used my editing skills to land a full-time remote job with a publishing house, enough to cover Lily's preschool and start a modest savings account. My neighbor, Mrs. Alvarez, began watching Lily after school, and I joined a local single parents group, finding unexpected community. 2 months later, Nathan emailed me, claiming he was sorry and wanted to make things right. He mentioned therapy, a new job at a warehouse. I didn't respond. I'd spent years chasing his approval, only to realize he'd never valued me. Lily and I were building a life without his shadow. As I tucked her into bed one night, her tiny hand in mine, I felt free. Not just from Nathan, but from the need to fix his messes. Revenge wasn't just exposing his fraud, it was choosing myself and my daughter over his chaos.